Mr. Speaker, you just said Democrats are. You said their rhetoric is inciting. We all just saw what both President Trump, former President Trump, and his son Eric said. Eric actually did specifically reference Democrats. He said they tried to kill him, and it's because the Democratic Party, they can't do anything right. Do you support those comments or not? I don't know what more context you need. Here's exactly what Eric Trump said. They tried to smear us. They came after us. They impeached him twice. And then, guys, they tried to kill him. They tried to kill him. And it's because the Democratic Party, they can't do anything right. What more context do you need? Do you support that statement or not?
We got Speaker of the House, MAGA Mike Johnson, today in an interview with George Stephanopoulos from ABC's. And, of course, he has to repeat the disgusting comments coming from Trump, and that supposedly the Democrats are inciting violence against him. And it's just insane. It's just an absolute joke. Think about the things that Trump has said about Democrats. They just want to be able to say whatever they want, and we just shut up, have no opinions about anything, right? No attacking back, and just go on with our day. This is why they're called fascists. Guys, please leave a like, subscribe if you find this video useful. But let's get back to that exchange between George and MAGA Mike Johnson. And one thing I would say is I go back and forth if we should let these guys on TV, but I think I agree with letting them on TV because the world needs to see this, right? These guys are stuck in a rock and a hard place. And one side they have to please Trump, but on the other side they don't want to look like a complete idiot on TV, right? So I think it's important to let these guys speak, let the world see who these people are. But yeah, let's get back to the clip.
Talked to President Trump right after it, and he was pleased. They had a massive crowd there and a lot of enthusiasm and energy. But I didn't hear all the comments. I don't know the context. The clip that I just heard that you just played there, George, I don't think they're saying that the Democratic Party tried an assassination attempt. I think what they're alluding to is what we've all been saying. They have got to turn the rhetoric down. For years now, the leading Democrats in this country, the highest elected officials and the current nominee for president, have gone out and said that Donald Trump is a threat to democracy, that, you know, the republic will end if he's reelected. It's absolute nonsense. And they have incited dangerous people to do dangerous things. The rhetoric has. I think that is a fact that's objective that everybody can agree to. We do need to turn the volume down. We have to have vigorous debates about policy, but not take it to that level. No one involved in this is a threat to the republic.
But Mr. Speaker, you just said Democrats are. You said their rhetoric is inciting. We all just saw what both President Trump, former President Trump, and his son Eric said. Eric actually did specifically reference Democrats. He said they tried to kill him, and it's because the Democratic Party, they can't do anything right. Do you support those comments or not?
I don't know what Eric was saying because I only heard just a snippet there. I don't know the context.
You just saw it,
Eric
sir.
is very level-headed and a very intelligent person. I saw your clip of it, George. I didn't see the full speech. We need to all look at these things in full context. What they're referring to, though, is the absolute open attacks that have been engaged by Democrats against President Trump since the day he came down that golden escalator in 2016, okay? The lawfare is unprecedented. They've attacked him in every single way. They try to malign his character every single day. And the people have had enough of it. That's why you have these massive turnouts at the rallies. People have had enough of this. We need everybody on all sides to turn the rhetoric down, and let's have a debate about the records of these candidates, not the rhetoric. Let's talk about the policies, not the personalities. That's what the American people demand and deserve. These are serious issues the country's facing. We need to be talking about the ideas and the answers and the solutions to get out of them, and not all this other stuff.
So you're actually repeating the charge. And I don't know what more context you need. Here's exactly what Eric Trump said. They tried to smear us. They came after us. They impeached him twice. And then, guys, they tried to kill him. They tried to kill him. And it's because the Democratic Party, they can't do anything right. What more context do you need? Do you support that statement or not?
George, I'm not going to parse the language of what people say at rallies. I could give you pages and pages of crazy comments by the leading Democrats in this country. That's not what this is about.
You hear his little remark there about the so-called massive crowd? Like, these guys are insane. This is why they're called cultists. I'll keep saying it. Like, he has to say that because they know Trump is so triggered about this whole, the crowd size and Kamala making fun of him, and his crowds are leaving in the middle of his speeches because they're so long and boring and the same playbook over and over. Like, God, how is it? He's the Speaker of the House. How are you not completely humiliated? Trump has just absolutely neutered these guys, right? And for them to not condemn or push back on anything he says, it's just insane. Like, this is why Trump said he can shoot someone in Times Square or wherever he said, and he can get away with it. He wasn't joking, right? Somehow he'll blame Democrats or immigrants and how we incited this. Never Trump, never our daddy. God, how is this not humiliating? These guys have wives and kids. It's just gross to see. But please leave a comment on your thoughts below. Like, what do you think about all this? This is insane to me. They're allowed to spew this garbage, and we have to shut up and supposedly be politically correct and always have the higher standard. Guys, let me know what you think about that thought. But now let's get to this clip of MAGA Mike answer questions about election denialism, and you can imagine how this goes. Let's get to that.
Can you say unequivocally that Joe Biden won the 2020 election and Donald Trump lost?
See, this is the game that is always played by mainstream media with leading Republicans. It's a gotcha game. You want us to litigate things that happened 4 years ago when we're talking about the future. We're not going to talk about what happened in 2020. We're going to talk about 2024 and how we're going to solve the problems for the American people. I think this game that's played all the time, I'm not going to engage in it. We're not talking about that. Joe Biden has been the president for almost 4 years. Everybody needs to get over this and move forward. That's what we need to talk about. What happens on November 5 and the days after that? I think that's really important, and that's what the Americans demand for us to talk about.
So like Senator Vance, you cannot say unequivocally that Joe Biden won the 2020 election and Donald Trump lost?
George, I'm the Speaker of the House. I work with the President of the United States all the time. Joe Biden has been the president for 4 years. There's not a question about this, okay? It's already been done and decided, and this is a gotcha game that's played, and I'm not playing it. I want to talk about the future. Let's talk about policies. Ask me anything you want on any challenging issue. Let's put that out there for the American people. That's what they need to hear.
Well, it's President Trump who every single day, former President Trump, at just about every rally is saying that the election was rigged, that he won, and that Joe Biden lost. I'm just saying if you accept that or not.
George, I'm not going to play the game. Ask me any question on any issue that's facing the country. They're some of the biggest issues that we face. How about another hurricane headed toward the country? How about Israel being fired upon by Iran? How about the rising crime rates that have everybody alarmed around this country, and the cost of living because hardworking families can't afford to do it? I've talked to moms and dads around the country taking second and third jobs to put food on the table because Bidenomics has destroyed their family finances. They're trying to GoFundMe, the website. Said there's a 40% increase this year over last of people who are starting GoFundMe pages to prevent their cars from being repossessed and being evicted from their homes. That's what the Biden-Harris policies have done to the country, and that's what the American people want you and me to engage on and talk about. We have answers for all that, and I'm delighted to talk about it. Let's do that.
Mr. Speaker, the reason it's relevant is because of what former President Trump says at every rally. He's also laying the groundwork to challenge the results this year if he loses. Let's look at this.
If I lose, I'll tell you what's possible, because they cheat. That's the only way we're going to lose, because they cheat. They cheat like hell.
Is that what you believe? The only way that Donald Trump loses is if the Democrats cheat?
Donald Trump's going to win. I'll tell you that election security is a major concern of the American people.
You guys, you see him sigh there and get visibly annoyed, like a little brat who didn't get to play with his favorite toy or something. And what game aren't you playing? Imagine if the Democrats were doing this and tried to steal the election and just wouldn't accept that they lost. The GOP would be going nuts. Fox, think about the things that they would be saying. Like, it would be exponentially worse. They already attack us in ways that we don't attack them. And we didn't even do anything. We didn't try to upend democracy. Right? Could you imagine Biden or imagine Obama trying any of the crap or saying any of the crap that Trump has done or said? We're just held to a much higher standard, and honestly, I'm sick of this. Like, they're fascists, right? They just want to be able to say whatever they want, while we shut up and keep moving. It's just not going to happen. We can't let that happen. And I cut the interview. I mean, I cut the clip there because he just goes off on a tangent and filibusters. He can't answer the question, right? If he says the truth, he will be removed as Speaker of the House the next day. It definitely would happen. But yeah, we got to keep these guys far away from the office. Vote, please. We're less than 30 days away. Get your friends, family, everyone. Keep these guys away from power. But I'll leave it there, and I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching. See ya.